once-make-me-come-here expression never changed, but his startling dark eyes looked into mine. He was part of my security tonight. He and his sister, Rodina. I hadn't even caught a glimpse of her yet, and then I realized that Rue had done something small on purpose, so I'd look at him. He was still undercover, but he wanted me to see him so I'd feel better. It did help me feel better about Demos, the ancient vampire that had come to town recently and attacked us. We'd almost canceled my family's visit, but Demos had left us alone after the first attempt. We were hoping he'd found us too powerful and just gone back into hiding. We'd delayed my family's visit for weeks, but when we couldn't find Demos, and he didn't try to find us again, we finally had to move forward with fitting my dad for his outfit if he was giving me away. Since he was very Catholic and I was marrying a vampire, that was still up for debate. Hell, my family was only now agreeing to meet Jean-Claude. They might not even be coming to our wedding. Rue turned away, putting the magazine back and sighing so heavily. His body language clearly said just how bored he was with the magazine, being in the airport, waiting for some stupid relative or... I had no idea how he and all the Harlequin did it. They were some of the best covert operatives in the world, maybe the best, but I hadn't met enough covert ops people to judge. I looked at Nikki. I was going to say I am not scared, maybe nervous enough that it's a type of fear, but if Rue broke cover to try and reassure me, then he's picking up on more than just nerves.
The three of us can feel it, Anita. It's more than just nerves.
I frowned up at him, and in the 4-inch heels I was only a few inches shorter than him, so I didn't have to strain my neck. I almost said, "Aren't you scared of your family?" Most people say it as an offhand remark, a joke almost, but Nicky looked down at me with his one blue eye, and an eye patch where the other eye should have been. I wouldn't joke with Nicky about scary families, because his mom was still in jail for what she'd done to him and his siblings. My family had its problems, and some of them had screwed me up pretty bad. But compared to Nicky's childhood, mine had been a cakewalk on Sesame Street. "I don't think I'm afraid of my family," I said, shifting my weight again in the heels. Nicky gave me a look that said plainly he didn't believe me, but I believed me, so it was okay. Was I really afraid of my very Catholic family meeting Jean-Claude for the first time? I ran my fingers down the pleats of my skirt. I was regretting it, like the heels. I wasn't usually a pleats kind of girl, but they made the skirt swing as I moved, and it was the nicest skirt I had that wasn't skin-tight. Somehow, skin-tight and short wasn't a meet-the-family outfit. So, pleats with a royal blue silk shell blouse that matched the blue in the plaid of the skirt. The short bolero jacket was black, which matched the rest of the color in the plaid. The jacket didn't quite hide the badge clipped to my waistband, but did hide the gun that was in an inner pants holster just behind the badge, and the extra magazine ammo holders on the other side of the skirt. I had a tailor who reinforced all the waistbands on my girlier clothes. Otherwise, the skirt would never have held up to this much equipment. I was even in full makeup, which I almost never wore. I looked like I was ready for a hot date instead of seeing my family for the first time in years. I knew why I had dressed up, and thanks to being metaphysically connected to Nicky and other people in my life, they knew too. I'd been prepared to see my dad and stepmother, Judith, to discuss if he was walking me down the aisle or if they were even coming to my wedding, but I hadn't expected that my stepsister Andrea would be coming with them. She and I were both over 32. She was a lawyer, and I was what I was. She was even engaged to another lawyer. Of course she'd get engaged if I was engaged. I couldn't beat Andrea at anything that mattered to my family. Andrea was the girly one. The perfect, blonde, blue-eyed, straight-A student. She was even tall like her mother. I got good grades, but not as good. People told me I was pretty when I cleaned up or wore makeup or dressed nice. She was always dressed up, always perfect. She had a sense of style, and what clothes matched and flattered her that only dating Jean-Claude had taught me. Fashion was neither natural nor a strength for me, and I found the fact that Jean-Claude didn't have any comfy clothes disturbing. What kind of person didn't have any sweats?